had asked me a couple months ago, Doug as well, to think about what to share from Covenant's perspective, and really from my perspective. This is their 10-year anniversary. I've only been here for 5 years, so I had to do some catching up. So one of the very first things that I did as a pastor here was I set up a meeting with Doug first week. We went to lunch, and I said, what's going on? You know, what is all this about? And I've been very blessed. I figured I better get caught up in a hurry because one of my elders is in your group and two of my people on my staff. So I figured I better figure out what was going on. But what I found to be true about this group, and I'll share it briefly tonight, is number one, let me say for me as the leader at this particular church, I don't say that arrogantly, I say that humbly. As the leader of this church, it excites me that you guys meet here, Curtis and Doug, and it excites me that our group is involved in so many missions. And I feel like, honestly, that we're blessed as a church because of the victory that you guys have for what you do. I've read the scriptures, and I know that we're blessed, those of us who bless Israel. And so I'm not foolish, and so I'm grateful even for the work that you guys have done. But there are three things that I kind of written down, and I'll keep to my notes so I don't preach for 45 minutes. But there are three things that I've noticed specifically about this group of people that we call a small group. When I came in tonight, they said that this was your home group. I said, well, this would be more like a three-home group because we have a lot of people here. But it's a blessing to see everybody here, and we're grateful that our church gets to be a part of it, to be quite honest with you. But the first thing I noticed about this group is the commitment of the group to the group. And I think that's important. I'm a guy that's all about passion. I'm a guy that's all about people being real and people being faithful and people of integrity. And just that we walk that thing out real. And I believe that you show among your relationships to one another where you stand with your Father. And I think that's important. So I noticed from the distance that the commitment of the group to each other, and I noticed the commitment of the group to our church too. I see the people that are in this group and your commitment to this church. And that matters to me. And it says something about you. And I want to say I thank you and I appreciate your faithfulness and your willingness to be a part of so many other things that we do. And I know you're busy with this group, but you still take the time to be a great support to me personally. I mean, this group of people that's in this group are great support to me personally. And some people I love very deeply are in this group. And so I appreciate that personally. And thirdly, in that one area, your commitment to the Lord inspires me. And I like to be around people that inspire me. And you guys do, so I appreciate that. The second thing I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on, I had no idea that Doug was going to go through your list of 6 things on your mission. But that impressed me. I don't know how many of you guys, probably all of you, have been on the website that Curtis takes care of and keeps up with what all you guys are doing when you can't be here. But I know the very first thing that I noticed was your mission. And when I see a mission that lines up with the word of the Lord, that touches me. And so I appreciate your willingness to give to all these things and to support the Messianic and Jewish people going home. And so I appreciate that so much. And in particular, I've been touched deeply with your relationships to my friends. I have a lot of pastor friends that I pray with on Thursday mornings, and the majority of those guys have met Paul and Doug and Curtis and Chuck, and some of those pictures up there on the wall were guys that I consider good friends of mine that you guys have gone into their churches and taught them some truths of Scripture that, quite honestly, they didn't learn at seminary. And so I appreciate that very much. And so the third thing I want to say and commend you for is how you challenged me personally. I have been challenged to go into the Old Testament scriptures and learn about Jewish roots. And I know the Lord did a lot of that. He challenged me in my personal walk. But you guys have done that too. To the point where 2008, 3 years ago, the Lord gave me a vision for all, I believe, maybe the rest of the time. And I preached a series at our church on Sunday mornings called Two-Rail Prophecy. And in that prophecy, it was a picture that the Lord kind of gave me of a railroad track. And on one rail of that prophecy was about the church in the United States of America and how important it was for us to continue to cry out for God to move and revive mission of the church will be accomplished. And on the other rail of that church, of that prophecy, the Lord kind of gave me an idea that I needed to continue to look toward Israel. That I need to keep an eye, no matter what we're doing in the United States of America and the church, that we need to keep an eye toward Israel, because all of this train track is all going the same direction, in other words. And while what we do here is very, very important, we'd use great wisdom if we will watch what's going on over there too. So I have made it part of my every week, desire to pay attention more than I ever have before. And I think this group that you guys have here has challenged me in a new way to do that. But I know, and even having said that, I know the Lord has begun to pour out a different vision for me, for my ministry, for the ministry that I'm a part of. And this two rails prophecy thing, I believe, will take us all the way to the end, and I don't think that's far off. But I do think that you're playing a huge role in end time prophecy things. And I want to ask you to keep going that. In fact, challenge you to keep going that. I've been to a few of these meetings, not enough. I want to do more, but what I need to say more than any other thing tonight to Curtis and to Doug and you guys that lead this is I believe in you guys so much, and I love you with all my heart, and I appreciate what you've meant to me. And this church, from this guy right here that leads it, believes in you, and I appreciate that you're here, and I'll keep praying for God's blessing. Thank you. Amen.